It's been nearly 7 years since Yao Ming retired from the NBA. Yao Ming seemed to be the end of the absolute giants in the NBA. While there are exceptions like Marjanovic and Porzingis, it's very rare we see a player bigger than 7'2" now. Whereas in the 90s we would have seen players like Sean Bradley, Manute Bol, Mirasan, who were all 7'6" and above. However, since Yao Ming's retirement, there has been one player in the NBA that's been bigger than 7'4", and that player is Bhular. Bhular is a 7'5", 360-pound center. Yes, 360 pounds. He went undrafted in the 2014 NBA draft. He declared for the NBA draft after 2 years in New Mexico State. In his final year, averaged 10.4 points and 3.4 blocks per game. He played 39 games in the NBA DLeague in the 2014-2015 season for the Reno Bighorns and scored 10.3 points per game, got 8.8 rebounds per game and 4 blocks per game. And he did this in only 25 minutes per game. That season, he was actually signed by the Sacramento Kings to a 10-day contract and played in 3 NBA games. He scored 2 points total in these 3 games, and that was the last we saw of Bhular in the NBA. He played 39 games again the next season in the NBA D-League. However, his stats were significantly worse. He shot 7% less from the field, but he still did shoot 65%. The season before, he shot nearly 73% from the field. Averaged 9.6 points, 6.9 rebounds per game, and his blocks per game went from 3.9 per game to 1.3 per game, and he was only playing 4 minutes less. And that was the last we saw of Bhular playing in America. In the 2016-2017 season, he signed with the Daesan Tigers in Taiwan. And in 16 games, he averaged 18.9 points per game, 2.6 blocks per game, and 13.9 rebounds per game. That season, he was voted Center of the Year for the entire league, was also voted to the All-League First Team, and voted to the All-Imports team. In April last year, he signed with the Rhinos of the NBL in China. But according to AsiaBasket.com, he's no longer on the roster and is actually back with the Daesan Tigers in Taiwan. While I can't find stats for either of these teams past the 2016-2017 season, the only evidence I can find of him still playing basketball is from this AsiaBasketball.com site, which currently has him on the roster for the Daesan Tigers. So if you guys have any information that I can't find, leave it in the comments, and if there's something that I didn't mention in this video, I will pin the comment. So that's what's happened to Bhular after his 3 games in the NBA. To be honest, Bhular is probably as known as any player who has played as little in the NBA as Bhular actually did. He played 3 minutes total, but he was the first player of Indian descent to ever play in the NBA. And there was a stage where he was the tallest player that was currently playing in the NBA. And anyone who played NBA 2K16 remembers how good Bhular used to be in that game. And that's probably how a lot of young people know who this guy is. And he also had a video that went viral before the 2014 NBA draft. Bhular is probably more well known than a lot of guys who've played 1 or 2 seasons in the NBA. But will Bhular ever make it back into the NBA? It's very unlikely. The speed of the game is getting faster and faster. It's going more and more small ball. And I don't really see there being a spot for an out-of-shape 7'5" guy. But at the same time, you can see from these highlights that Bhular, for his height, is very coordinated. And for that reason, I think he's going to have a great professional career. While I don't think he'll make the NBA because the game is just too fast, if you watch a lot of other countries where the people aren't as freakishly athletic as the players in the NBA, the game is a lot slower. And in those leagues, his touch around the basket, his semi-decent mid-range shot, as well as being 7'5", means that in a league where it's not as fast as the NBA, he can dominate. When the guys are smaller, slower, and weaker, he can dominate. So I honestly think that Bhular is going to have a great professional career. It's just very unlikely that we see him back in the NBA again or anytime soon. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.